Hey everybody, Batmerk here. Today I'm going to be reviewing The Punisher 2099 number one. Yeah, this one's got a pretty sick cover. I bought this just for the cover and the design of the character. I have no idea. I had no idea what it was about or what have you, but yeah, I picked it up. Marvel's doing a lot of these Punisher 2099 one shots, which I love. I love one shots where you just get in and get out. You don't have to commit to anything. These little one-off stories are awesome. You get a beer and a slice of pizza or some popcorn or soda. Get in there, read one little quick story. It's fun. But yeah, look at this. Look at this Punisher. He's got some cool. He's got a cool helmet. His boots look cool. They're drawn really nice. Got the lasers shooting up at him and all that good stuff. I couldn't wait to see what was in here. Yeah, and so like I got into the story, and it's basically it has some Minority Report feels to it. Basically, like there's this cop named Hector, and he's going back on one of the crimes he did. Allegedly, there's this he thinks he shot this gang member, and in here there's this gang called the Thorites, and they're all a bunch of like these people that dress up like Thor and they pray to Thor, and just sounds like some people that actually exist nowadays. But in here they're called Thorites. Actually, yeah, there's like a religion of people that that pray to him. So hopefully they don't get pissed off with this book. But yeah, so he's going back, and I guess he's reliving the scene where he actually shot some Thorite that was protesting, and he didn't have a weapon in his hand, and one of the other cops is telling him like, oh, you're just doing your job, it's all good, everything's okay, you know. So he's just going back and investigating it, and upon further investigation, he finds this droid that has like a subconsciousness built into it, and I guess it was a human that worked at some company that made these droids, Alchemex, that one popular company that's in Marvel. And this is the same guy in the beginning, Hector, who would one day soon become Punisher 2099. And they just basically have this like thing in here where they want to prevent crime from happening, and that's the whole like gist of it. Basically, kind of like Minority Report, and this is Hector going around the streets interviewing one of the Thorite Thorite protesters or gang members, if you will, and he has this thing where it's called a scrambler mask, where it changes his face around. So when he's talking to the guy, his face is always changing, and this guy's carving like a Odin or Thor thing and talking about it. So yeah, we're pretty well into the story, and we're not really. There's no Punisher, you know. That's so I was reading the book, and I'm like, pretty deep in here, and there's no Punisher, and it's a one-off. I know you got to build up a little bit of the origin and stuff, but I don't see any families getting murdered. I don't see anything really like, I don't know, like, yeah, I just don't see him like suffering like a loss like he has with Frank Castle. Hector. He's basically been framed. What you come to find out, he's been framed for saying that he shot a guy that was unarmed, and now basically there was footage that was tampered with, and he basically like the guy must have had some weapon in his hand when he shot him, but I don't know, it's just kind of confusing. And then there's this like tree that these like protesters or gang members or whatever, these Thorites made out of human bodies, and it's just kind of weird, like I don't know what the whole purpose of that is. I think that if they did that in real life, these fools should be put down. I don't see anything wrong with the cops like destroying these motherfuckers. Like it's like put them down, like they're killing all these people. I mean that's what I gathered out of it. And one of the stupider things that I thought about the book was, you're reading it out of nowhere. It's like, boom, I'm Punisher 2099. Yeah, I know it's Hector and whatnot, but how did you make that? Like, I know it's the future, and there's obviously microscopic like nanomites and things like that, but they don't really talk about it or anything like that. I know that this guy's savvy with computers because he goes back and checks memory logs from that they record with these little robots when they're out on the field as cops or policemen, but they didn't really show where he got the suit, so I don't understand that. So just going through the book, and basically there's not much action in it. It's just at the very end, there's just like a riot scene, and and he takes out his old boss, like just shoots him up. And I guess the cop was just, his boss was just trying to prevent him from trying to help people like prevent crime from happening. You know, obviously that's horrible, and I'm against like, you know, people like rights being taken away and their thought process and stuff like that. You know, where you see things like that in Minority Report and Equilibrium, that type of sci-fi stuff. But I don't know. And then, you know, there's a pretty cool little fight scene right here. It looks like he breaks his leg and stuff, but I don't know. And then he goes off, and then you see him fighting, and then you just see like a Shrek, and he's just laying there like, what the fuck happened to him? Like, how did he kill him? What did he do? Like, he just, I guess he shot him maybe? I don't know. Like, because he's holding a gun in the other picture up against his chest, and it says Shrek. I don't know. Maybe it's a laser thing. I don't know. Can't really tell. It's kind of hard to understand what's going on. But yeah, he's just saying though, you know, like Hector is dead, and now I will live my life. You know, this is my punishment for shooting someone that was, you know, not bad. But it's like, dude, you're kind of like killed a guy that was probably doing a lot of bad stuff. I mean, from what I understand, I mean the Thorites were going around killing people and putting them in a tree. Maybe I'm reading this wrong, but I don't know. The book wasn't descriptive enough. Maybe I have to go back and read it a few times, but I don't know. But the fact that you got to wait for his Punisher character to come in, like in the last third of the book, it's kind of a long wait, you know. And it's a really cool design. I like the character. I don't know. I would like to see him fight more like sci-fi stuff, and maybe show him like make his weapons and make his costume. That would have been a cool little thing to see. But we didn't really see much of that, you know. And I don't know. These again with these books, these one-offs. Sometimes I wish they were a little bit bigger. You know, a lot of them are like $4.90, like $5, dude. Like make it. Might as well make it $1 more for like more pages, or even $2 more. We'll still buy it. You know, people would still buy it. But it's like, man, they just don't deliver on all the goods. So with this book right here, Punisher 2099, I'm gonna have to give it. One horn up, you know, just on concept design alone. That's pretty much it. The storyline to me was a little confusing. I have to go back and read it like a bunch of times, which I don't really like to have to do that. And yeah, so, you know, pick it up if you want. Thanks for watching, folks. Hit that like button, subscribe. We got daily content here on Metal, Movies, and Brewskis. Happy holidays.